So I suppose it's another time to make another video. Today is May 7th. It's a Saturday. It's 8:13 at night. And I'm sitting here looking at my books. Put my diary away. I usually put my diary away around 3 or 4 o'clock. But sometimes at night I write in my diary. But usually I don't. I stopped today on my diary at 5:08 p.m. I was on page 397 in my 2016 diary. So tomorrow I'll be on page 398, May 8th, 2016. Tomorrow is Mother's Day. Tomorrow is a Sunday, beginning of another week. We'll be going into the middle of the month already. Here in Holland, it's tulip time, which you can look on your internet what tulip time is. So yeah, so I'm sitting here surrounded by books. Thought I'd make a video. It's been at least 24 hours. And so what this video is just about books. Today's a Saturday, and as I've said in my past videos, I volunteer at the Hendrick District Public Library Used Bookstore on Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And when you volunteer at the bookstore, you get one free book that can only be, it can't be over $2. So I bought home this used book on the biography of Steve Jobs by Walter Isaacson. Now, the reason why I'm not that interested in Steve Jobs, but I collect the biographies of Walter Isaacson. So I just wanted it because I have his other biographies. It's a nice picture of Steve Jobs. But, you know, I was looking through it and, you know, it looks interesting. So I might, who knows, I might read it someday. So I got that today as my free book. And when I was at the Book Nook at the library, I went early because tulip time they have an arts and crafts fair at Centennial Park, which is across the street from Centennial Park is the district public library, the Hendricks District Public Library. So I went early today because I wanted to get parking. And so I was looking around and I came across in the new fiction section of the library this book, In the Cafe of Lost Youth by Patrick Monino, who was this is translated out of French. Takes place in Paris in the 1950s. Absorbing evocation of the particular Paris of the 1950s. Shadowy, shady, a secret world of writers, criminals, drinkers, and drifters. The novel inspired in part by the circle of the notorious and charismatic Guy Debord, centers on the enigmatic, waify-like figure of Luca, who catches everyone's attention even as she eludes possession or comprehension. Through the eyes of 4 different narrators, including Luca herself, we contemplate her character, her fate, while Monano explores the themes of identity, memory, time, and forgetting that are at the heart of his spellbinding and deeply moving art. So, you know, the Book Nook was kind of slow today, so I read that, started reading it. I'll probably finish it. And I read some more of The Paris Vagabond by Jean Clavert. I got a couple more pages and then I'll be done with that. So I read those at the Book Nook. And this morning before I went to the Book Nook, I read some more of my the Epistle to the Romans commentary by Richard N. Longnecker. I'm on Romans chapter 1, I think I'm on verse 7. So I've been reading that in the mornings. And so when I got home from the book nook about 1 o'clock, I read some of the other Paris by Lou Sante. I'm really enjoying this, and I've been reading a novel, a biography by Michael Schmidt. I read that yesterday. I mentioned I went to the Goodwill and got all those books in my last video, and I went back this afternoon, and because I saw, well, one thing I didn't get the Goodwill is I thought I had it, was the Diary of Virginia Woolf, Volume 1, 1915 to 1919. I thought I had this volume, but I had Volume 3, 1925, 1930, The Diary of Virginia Woolf. So, of course, I had to go back, and I picked it up at Goodwill today. I don't have Volumes 2, 4, and 5, which I hope I might find someday. But also, Virginia Woolf's husband, Leonard Woolf, put out this a writer's diary, and he went through Virginia Woolf's diaries where she talks about being a writer in her diaries, and he put that in a book form. So I recommend that. And also, I picked up recently this A Moment's Liberty, a shorter diary. These are extracts from her 5 volumes of diaries. A Moment's Liberty, a shorter diary, Virginia Woolf, abridged and edited by Anne Oliver Bell, introduction by Quentin Bell. They're the ones, the same people who do this. Edited by Anne Oliver Bell, introduction by Quentin Bell. Quentin Bell did a biography of Virginia Woolf that's quite famous. Quentin Bell. So, I always say all the time that I'm really into diaries, but Virginia Woolf's diaries are really incredible, and I recommend them in her writer's diary. So while I was at Goodwill picking up that first volume of Virginia Woolf's diaries, I picked up this novel by Susan Manott, The Monkeys. Then I realized that when I got home I already had it in paperback. But I also picked up her novel Evenings by Susan Manott. So yeah, this is not a novel. This is a kind of like short stories. The Monkeys. It's hard to explain, but so now I got 2 copies, one hardback and one soft. So I got those, and I got in the mail today. I mentioned this book, American Smoke, Journeys to the End of the Light by Ian Sinclair. I've been reading this book off and on for about a year. But I ordered another book by him. I plan to get all his books, Ian Sinclair. I got this one in the mail today, used. Ghost Milk, Recent Adventures Among the Future Ruins of London on the Eve of the Olympics. So it says here, the Olympics, the story goes, have transformed London into a gleaming, wholly modern city, and East London Olympic headquarters is the city's new jewel, provider of unlimited opportunities and better tomorrows. The grim and poverty have been scrubbed away. Huge stadiums and grand public sculptures have taken their place. The writer Ian Sinclair has lived in East London for 4 decades, and in Ghost Milk, he tells a very different story about his home, that of a neighborhood turned upside down, of stolen history. Long beloved parks had vanished. Police raids can occur at any time. High security exclusion zones enforced by armed guards and hidden cameras have steamrolled East London's open streets and public spaces to prepare for the most public of events. Everything has been privatized. A call to arms against the politicians and public figures who have so doggedly preached the gospel of the Olympics. Ghost Milk is also a brilliant reflection on a changing landscape. In Sinclair's most personal book yet, in an attempt to understand what has happened to his beloved city, Sinclair travels further afield. He walks along the Thames River from the North Sea to Oxford. He rides the bus across northern England. He visits Athens and Berlin, Olympic sites of recent and distant past. Elegant, intimate, and audacious, Ghost Milk is at once a powerful chronicle of memory and loss, in the tradition of W.G. Seabaugh and Roberto Bellino, a passionate interrogation of our embrace of progress at any cost. I really like Ian Sinclair, because of his writing style, which I find very interesting and provocative, and I recommend his writing. So I got that in the mail. So yeah, that's what I've been reading. That's what's on my mind. Hopefully I'll get done with Paris Vagabond next week and share some final thoughts, and I should be able to get through this and share some thoughts on this too in the Cafe of Lost Youth. I don't know about the novel. That's going to be, it's over like 1,000 pages, but I'm really enjoying the novel, a biography by Michael Schmidt, and I'm really enjoying The Other Paris by Luc Sente. So that's what I'm reading, and hopefully I'll get into Ghost Milk. So until next time, I can't think of anything else. I still got some books coming in the mail. I think I wrote down the books I'm getting in the mail this morning in my diary. I'm getting in the mail Ghost Milk, which I got. Psychogeography by Merlin Coverley. And then I'm getting another book, Psychogeography, Disentangling the Modern London of Psychic and Place by Will Self. So I'm getting that in the mail. Psychogeography is referred to in Paris Vagabond. That's really, when you read the introduction here, it mentions psychobiography, which is how come I got into this whole subject of psychogeography. It mentions this in the introduction here, or the preface, something like that. I can't find, oh, here it is. See the word psychogeography. So anyway, that's what I got coming in the mail. So I don't know what else to say. I'm sitting here tonight by myself because my wife went to work. I'm listening to some heavy metal music, and I'll read my books and write in my, well, I won't write in my diary. Put these books away down in the library, and before you know it, it'll be a new day and existence keeps flowing. So till next time, bye.